And who we got here? We got Smoke, Adam, Kevin and April. Jay, how are you, brother? Darren, Jar Jar, Gary, Sling Buzz. Look at that fender alignment. And we got here, yep, back in the garage. Dado, how are you? Lord Mark. And George, how are you, my friend? 69, Baja. And I got a hardware kit from J-Bugs, a small case nut stripped on the studs before they reach torque. I need to split again and replace my studs. Bummer. Ugh. I'd buy them somewhere else, honestly, but that's just an opinion. That's all. I mean, Otto, Heidi. April said no. She must have been answering when I said, do I look funny? Well, I look funny, but I mean, it seems like it's fuzzy to me for some reason. Nice and clear. John, how are you? Joe the Pirate. And thank you. Please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that very much. And it looks fuzzy on top of your head. I can't get the lighting right tonight for some reason. And hello to April and Bill. And it's too bright on the garage doors. It could be, but I didn't have that problem last week. That's why I'm confused about that. And let me see here. Scott, what's up, brother? And Chris, how are you? And Sue, Mrs. Daniels. And let me see, Fernando. Good afternoon, everyone in California. A stressful World Series game. Go Dodgers. All righty. And good pitcher in Ohio. Carol, how are you? And what do we got here? Just trying to catch up. Good pitcher in audio on my side. Thank you, Kevin. And Buzz Chop Top. I've always wanted a Chop Top. And Dino Mike. I like that. That's catchy. And what do we got here? Fernando, glad to see the Dodgers take it. And I really like the video on the fender adjustment. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. A lot of people do say my fenders are uneven, and I thought I have to do it anyhow, so I might as well film it. That's just the way I look at it, you know. Yeah, if only once, shame on you. If only twice, shame on me. I know that feeling, brother. You're getting glare from the bright light in the background that's causing the fuzziness. I don't know what else to turn off, to be honest. There's one light that's clear up in the ceiling, and I can't turn that one out. I didn't have that problem before. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, I mean, I know why now, but... And Joe, how are you? What's wrong with fuzzy? Rick, what is up, brother? Recognition for a car cover for the outside. I actually just bought one. Kind of a weird thing to bring up, but where the heck did I buy this at? Had good reviews. Hey, keep turning it around 100 times. This is the one I bought. Hopefully it's in the frame. It had really good reviews. And let me back up a hair there. I think I grabbed it at Walmart, to be honest with you. So it's probably like not the number one cover to buy, but if it gets through a little while, you know. Excuse me. What do we got here? I don't want to miss anybody. Just garage door is glaring. Yeah, I usually don't have that issue. That's why I'm a little surprised by that. That's didn't happen last time. And Jeff Bruce, how are you? And Lisa, how are you, dear? And Kevin, new subscriber, welcome aboard. Welcome to our weekly family chat. And you see here, Neil, what is up, brother? Well, we got 54 people in here already. Maybe just exposure brightness on the camera. It's a Samsung thing, a 23 Ultra. So I can't do it once I'm live. At least I don't think I can. I probably did something dumb when I was setting it up, but long as I'm viewable, you know. I'm going to try next week my iPhone because I was messing with it and I did a test run the other day and it was actually better live. So I don't know, maybe the iPhone does more automatic adjusting or something, you know. And Duke, what is up, buddy? And trying to catch up. Keith, dog is Keith. How are you, brother? Just got my angle grinder. Uh-oh, be careful. Be careful. And Gary, at least those rooms are bright. I'm going to try White Diamond, I think it is. A couple people told me to try that because I only buffed out that one. They're sitting over there covered up. I'm going to try white diamond. I want to see. They supposedly say it's better than the other stuff, so we'll see what happens. Jackson's Garage, how are you? And hello, dog. And Robert Lambert, what is up? Barb says hi to you and Heather. And tell Barb we said hello, Rick. They were just here recently. They were the ones that bought Matilda, the 77. And Kevin Pearson, they move the camera to your right and might darken the overall image. It's actually fixed to the bench, Kev. It's hard to describe, but I had to do that with the ring light. I'm going to try something different next week because for some reason the iPhone seems to be just automatically doing everything, where the Samsung, I got to keep changing settings a lot. So I want to see what happens. Justin Thornberry, welcome aboard. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Lisa, be careful, the hang grinder, the guard gets in the way. But if you remove it, they ask me how I know. Yeah, we know about that one, Darren, don't we? I took my guard off one time and boom, I was down the house getting stitches from Heather. That was fun. 58 people and only 36 likes. Please smash the like button, folks. Please. That helps the algorithm for the channel. And just got my first bug after wanting one all my life. Everyone seemed to be so friendly and helpful. For the most part, yes. They really are, Kevin. We run a pretty tight ship on here. I can assure you of that, especially on our Facebook group and everything. We won't tolerate that. Everybody must be friendly or they have to go. That's just the way I look at it. But I'm really glad for you. That's your first one you'll never forget. Especially getting a Beetle. I don't know your age or whatever, you know what I mean? But I still remember my first one. So that is awesome. I'm excited for you, and I do mean that. I know that feeling. White diamond for the win. Yeah, you know what, Jeff? My buddy Justin sent me a message and some other people. The flits did work good, no doubt. I mean, that one rim that we showed did come out really nice, and I can't believe, let me see. It's on the back of the rim too, but actual center lines, wow. I'm so excited. But I do want to try the white diamond and see how that works. Let me see. Bug Jam in Florida, November 9th. You should be there. I wished I could, Rob. I really do, because I know I would have a blast. Let me see. George will be there on my behalf. No, George just won. He's closer to it than I am. Is this the RC Kevin Talbot? And Blue Magic is great aluminum polish. Might want to check it out. I never heard of that, Kevin. Thank you. That's a new one to me. That I don't remember Blue Magic, but I do want to get them nice and polished up. My son-in-law is going to throw them new tires. I bought them, raised white letters. I love them. He's going to put them on for me. You always remember your yeah, Smoke. When I said that, I kind of, my brain went all over. Ron, how are you? Good evening from Katanagi. Guy replaced toe ship rod bushing. What a difference for a $2 part. Do not need to pull the rod completely, just enough to clear the hanger. Yeah, Ron, I hope to see you soon, brother. You should have my phone number, I'm pretty sure, but I guess it's kind of late in the year to do that interview now. He has a beautiful Gia. And you'll have to tell us, Ron, because I forget, I had the pleasure of meeting him at our Slade picnic this year. And I think it only had 10,000 original miles or something on it. Wow, that amazed me. But I wanted to do an interview with Ron and things got hectic. I want to put this car in the channel. Everybody needs to see this car. And Ron, very, very nice guy. I use 1.0 for all my metal polishing. 1.0, wait a second, I want to write that too. The other one I remembered. Okay. I like trying different stuff. I should actually just do a video trying different ones, 10 of them, but that could probably add up pretty quick, 3G Craftsman, welcome in. Thank you for being here. And we have 60 folks in here that quick. I'll join that. I got a 63. Sure, Kevin, it's Slades VW Community. I can't put a link in here right now because it'll knock me off the chat, but Slades VW Community on Facebook. And great folks. Everybody's helping each other on there. I step in once in a while. We get a couple guys with shops on there, and everybody's friendly. There's no crap on there, so no worries. Today I completed my VW fleet and picked up a 69 Gia. That's a score. That is a score, John. Congratulations. That is so awesome. It really is. And there is Alita. I wonder where you are. I even knocked on the door, rang her doorbell. Nothing. Never answered. Blue Magic is great for polishing. Yeah, that's Fernando. That's what I was using for the polishing, was that Flitz, and it actually did work good. These wheels aren't that bad, but you know, I want them to look really, really good, because once I do start sanding and painting, that part's going to come together quick, and I want the wheels done, you know. And let me see. Boom, boom, boom. I bet everything here except for VW engine oil. I had 3 emails since our once live chat. When are you doing your oil video? I really hate to do that. I really do, but I'm considering it. Yeah, and then just sit back and watch the comments. Careful, my first turned into more Beetles. Just use vegetable oil. I never tried that. Mike, what is up, brother? And we have 60 while watching, 47. Let's get those likes up. Thank you, Alita. Yes, let's get the likes up. We got 63 people in here now. And I might as well tell you, oops, okay. My screen just jumped. Whew. Oh, where'd it go? Somebody's yelling outside. Anyhow, Ronsky is exceptional, one of the best at the picnic. Oh, John, it was. That just, besides, Sean brought his split window. I think everybody's Volkswagens were awesome. I can't wait till this October, because it'll be cooler out in the beginning of October to have the picnic. We should have a tremendous turnout, because I'm going to book it to where there is literally no other shows going on. It's not 100 degrees. I think it'll be much better. The first year was pretty busy. Oblivion Lita, hi Alita, hi Alita, hi Alita. Well, I'm not being weird. I'm, you know. James, what is up? You finally made it. I wondered where you were. Messing around. Rotella Diesel, 10W30 and my 2276. Hey, did they, hey, what's up, Nate? V8 Nate, what's up, brother? Jeff, did they lower the ZDDP in the Rotella? Is that something I wanted to bring up when I do an oil video? Ugh. I don't want to do one. I heard that they lowered the ZDDP, but I didn't really research it enough to, you know, find out if that's true or not. Wayne, what is up, brother? Slade, did someone mention engine oil video? Yeah, there was quite a few emails coming in on that, and I'm not real thrilled about it. You know, I'm not going to go buy a bunch of different damn bottles of oil though either. I could always go to Walmart and snap pictures. I don't know. Randy Gray, how are you? Air Cold Addicts, that is true. Thank you, James. I see that video didn't get many hits, so it's one of the two. Either Sundays are a bad day to release a new video, which is a high possibility, everybody's busy, or people just didn't need that. But I see so many fenders that are off constantly, and I thought, I got to do mine anyhow. I might as well film it, you know. And years ago, and I'm trying to figure out what Smoke meant by that. Years ago, oh, I don't know what he meant. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to go through all of them. And I'm glad you joined, Kevin. We've got a lot of new folks coming in. I had already numerous emails about next year's picnic, people apologizing because they couldn't make it. And hey, that happens, you know, but it does take time to grow something like that. You know, the first year there was 70 people, last year there was like 40. But if I do it at the right time this coming year, I apologize. At the beginning of October, it'll be cool. No other car shows. There should be a pretty good turnout, I think. Not sure, but Drag Engine Builder recommended it. And that's what matters, Jeff, in all honesty. I was going to run the 1540 when it's really hot out. And my buddy said, do some research before you do the oil video, and also something about the lowering of the ZDDP. So, but I can't verify it, you know. Curious if you can have too much CDP in your oil and what happens if you do. If you do, you usually gain about 25 horsepower on a good day. I made that up. I don't know. That's a good question. I've never been asked that before, and not that I'm the Bob's oil guy guru, but that is a good question. I would have to actually look into that myself. I don't know. I've always had not enough, you know what I mean? And let me see here. The info's out there on manufacturers' websites. Yeah, Schmoke, as I said, it's not going to be a, snap video that I'll just do in 20 minutes. It'll take a lot of research. And then who knows, I may be wrong on some of it. Oil's tricky, man. Wow. Heather even thinks it's funny to bring it up now. And that's Heather, though, I do use Rotella, but I also have the good old STP. What is an STP 30 weight? Or am I wrong? I always thought it was, but my dad used to use back in the day, could still be out now, Rislone, RSLONE. He always added that to his oil. And he used to say, this stuff's good, boy. I don't know how he knew, that was in the 70s when I was a little punk. Speaking of oil, just read about 15W50 for our area. 50 seems a little harsh, Gary. I don't know. That seems pretty thick. In all sincerity, it's just an opinion. I usually run straight 30 throughout the summer is what I do. And then 10:30 when it starts getting cooler out. Do you have any seat cover videos? I'm going to dive into new covers here soon. No, that I don't have because I do custom seats all the time. So that I don't have. Although, to contradict what I just said, I'm doing my back seat. I got to recover. But that's not going to be for like 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. So you're probably going to be done by the time I do that. It would be the same as doing the fronts. It's just, a bigger seat. Chris, Chris was already here. He tricked me. Years ago, they adjusted the formula. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Let me see. Joe Chapman, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Like I said, the hits were very low on that. I don't know why, I thought it was interesting because nobody's showing how to adjust them, which is pretty easy to do, in all honesty. I always sort of smash the like button, and I appreciate that. I can't see how many likes there are. I just know there's 70 watching. What do I do if the fenders on my Gia aren't even? Heidi, that's an easy one. You cut, move, weld. Sue and I have been really busy painting our house. It takes a lot longer when you get old like us. Oh, James. I usually do all the painting because I don't allow Heather to do it. Not for a specific reason. My dad was a painter, so I'm real weird about painting. But she said in passing, I'm going to go ahead and maybe, I don't know, she'll put pictures up if you're with her on Facebook. Some type of thing she does to the walls. It makes it look like an Italian cafe or something, old world. And, she's Italian. But I came up to the garage to film. It was yesterday, and I did 2 films. I had to do one for a new floor jack somebody sent me, and the fender video. By the time I come down, she busted into that bathroom and started redoing it. Oh, she wears me out. Painting's not fun. Thanks for recommending awesome powder coat thermostat Slade. Michael installed or something that works well. Oh, awesome powder coat has some good stuff. They really, really do, Carol, and you're very welcome. I try to guide people when I can where they can get quality stuff. And sometimes folks get upset and say, well, that was a little more expensive. But like my dad used to always say in his voice, you get what you pay for, boy. He had a real deep voice. I'm still upset that I had to miss the picnic next year. Oh, George, I understand, brother. You're not right down the street. And I trust me, I get it. I'm hoping to see you this year. It'll be October at the beginning. And it should be a good crowd this year, just for numerous reasons, that I named earlier. Oil has changed since these V-dubs were on the road. Conventional oil was becoming obsolete. Yeah, it actually is. It actually is 3G. You're right about that. Gamer, what is up, buddy? And we got 71 people in here, and I can't see the likes, but please hit the like button. And it has to be thicker than 30 weight. It takes a little while to pour. Oh, if it's taken a while to pour, then yeah, I just did the front and rear differential on Heather's Jeep. I don't know, last week, I think. And then I did the transfer case. Man, the whole garage still smells like rear end fluid. Have adjusted weight versus pressure. Hot oil, I shoot for 12 to 15 pounds per thousand. Cold is going to be higher, but if you don't want your oil too high, and push past the relief valves. Thank you, Nate. Very knowledgeable young man, my friend here, Nate. I call him young man, but I think Nate's in his 30s, so to me, he's a very young man. Wished I was that age again. Me and Nate converse back and forth on Messenger a lot. Awesome dude with high amounts of knowledge. And I always thought it was around 10 pounds per 1,000, but I see what you're doing. You're adjusting the weight to get a little bit more, and I get that. That is awesome, honestly. Yes, you can't have too much CDDP1, and my screen just jumped. Where we go? There we go. Watch the Motor Oil Geek. That's interesting. I will watch that. Only thing I used to do is go on that thing on Google, Bob's the Oil Guy or something like that. But then people fought back and forth on there too. So Bill, what is up, Mr. Kirkpatrick? Volkswagen engineer used Slade oil 30 way back in the day, but the Istris technology, VW ended up recommending 15W40. Yeah, everything that we're seeing, when people say, check your owner's manual, it's from 1945 technology, or whatever. I just rattled a year off, but things have changed since then, And Annabelle, welcome in. Thank you for stopping in here, saying hello to Wayne. And Kevin, did you ever decide if you're going to start doing powder coating? I sent you that email with pictures of my Eastwood setup in the cabinet. I even considered a standard freezer and an oven. I'm trying to think, Kevin, because I got a lot of emails, but I do want a powder coat. I absolutely do, because I got the 220 line over there that's fished up into the garage now. Your email, I'm just having a hard time remembering, and I apologize, Kevin. I get slammed with emails, but I'll go back and double check. Thank you very much for taking out the time to do that. I wanted to do that, and I'm going to be engraving chrome. I forget the name of them, Creality or something, wants to send me an engraving machine. And I think I might try it just to see, like on the backs of the mirrors, stuff like that. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, Schmoke, isn't that the truth? That's with a lot in life. Hey, Quentin, what is up? Smell-O-Vision works great with gear oil. Dave from Buster's Garage, how are you, brother? I should say Buster's Travel, but I say Buster's Garage because he's in his garage a lot. And thank you. I appreciate that, Dave. And 65 likes. Thank you, Chris, because I can't see them with the way my computer's set up right now. And Darte, how are you? And WA stopped in. And Dawn, how are you? Question Bill 600 wardrobe. Better to rebuild or new? That's which way to go. Push rod is about 174.1 inches. I mean, that's up to you. If I like rebuilding, not that I'm some Gene Berg, expert, but honestly, I like to rebuild with a lot of the German stuff if possible. That's just what I think, you know what I mean? If you do want to spend the money, you can buy a brand new block and all that. But if you got a good German block and some good German heads and that, I would probably start rebuilding using that stuff, Eric, how are you? And new to the channel, glad to be here and trying to soak up some wisdom. And you definitely don't want to be here. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here, Mr. Deller. I appreciate it. And enjoy the stay. Lots of good folks. Awesome folks. Just watched your video earlier. I didn't get notified of that. That's kind of weird. I'll check when I get off of here tonight. Let me see. Bill, how are you, Mr. Palmer? And it's odd I'm not getting notified of Dave's videos. I'm using 1550 Metal Classic oil, has 1800 ppm parts per zinc and magnesium level detergent. I don't know. 50 weight seems really heavy, but then again, I guess depending on the weather, too, which I think Wayne and I share very similar weather. There's no doubt about that. And 74 people in here. Oops, somebody left. 73. Find out who left. I finally started Beetle. It sounds amazing, but I have the oil sensor leaking a bit on the oil. Okay, Darte, check the oil sensor where you threaded it in. I hope you didn't tighten it, and crack the block there. I brought that up in a few videos, And if you did, you're not the only one to do that. But take a look. Don't crank it any tighter until you look. I don't know how tight, you turned that sensor in. And Dawn said, forgot to mention fuel pump. Sorry, old man forgets a lot. And there went my screen again. I hate when it does it. The chat jumps and then I have to scroll back. Dawn, I don't know what you meant because I'm dealing with a bunch of different conversations. Forgot to mention fuel pump. I'm old too, dude. Trust me. Speaking of watching on YouTube, Smoking the Bandit is free on YouTube right now. Noah loved it. Oh, that is cool. Actually, that's one of Heather's favorites. I'm sure because of Burt Reynolds, But that is really cool. I'm glad that, you and I talk personal, but that's cool that he hangs out with you and watches TV and watches movies. I need to send Noah some stickers. I think that'd be fun. Because kids like stickers too. I think they do. Slade Michael was so close to getting her setting her back on the road. He said to say thanks for all your videos. They're very helpful and we're part of the reason for very few problems. And you know what? You're both welcome. And thank you for saying that. Like I've always said, when people say I needed that video, thank you. And it's not about thank you, but this video was really helpful. That's what keeps me going. And sometimes I guess I'll see some videos and there's really low views and I'm like, is anybody watching them now? But in whole, they're watching all the videos because there's quite a few. So it does really motivate me to keep doing this. I mean, you have no idea. It really, really does. And Volkswagen Tube in Oregon, and his name is Dave. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that very much. Welcome aboard. And we have 70 watching, only 48 likes. Please hit the like button. All you got to do is X the chat, hit like, and come back in the chat. That's when I repeat that a lot about the likes, it promotes the channel. It has nothing to do with money or anything. You don't get money for likes. That don't work that way. But it shows YouTube to recommend the channel. Like, oh, people like this. Let's recommend the channel to others. And that's how new people find it and find the videos then. I hope that made sense. Let me see here. Bill, how are you doing? And Craw Customs. Craig in Cannonsburg, in the house as usual. I love you. You're never late, brother. It's only 8:30. It's all good. I'm glad you stopped in. I was finishing up a phone call from my brother. Hope that was a good phone call. And let me catch up here a minute because I'm really messing around and I'm not. There we go. I'm looking forward to get back to work on the Super Beetle work. I've got to get the honey to-do list done first. Oh yeah, keep up on the house and family first, always. And Eric, I got an Avenger G12 kit car and suddenly need to know a lot about Volkswagen drivetrains. Oh, there you go, Eric. I always wanted one of them Coyotes from Hardcastle McCormick. I'm sure not many remember that show, but I love kit cars. I'd love to do one, Eric. I give you credit. Running 1040 synthetic in my 71. I'll let you know if it blows up. Well, hopefully that's not the message we get next week. Good night, Adam. I'm just seeing it now, brother. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for being here, brother. And I'll catch up with you on our chat. Finally, it allowed me in the chat. Hello, everybody. I was wondering where you are, Bob. And congrats to Bob. He got a lot going on, and everything is working for him and Vicky. He can tell that if he'd like to. That's up to him. Eric, this is good community. And 71 people and 70 likes. You guys are awesome. Oh, wow. That was good. We're up to 74 now. And I appreciate that. Alita, a couple of you are always watching that. I really appreciate that. Let me see. Always was skeptical of Marvel's Mr. Oil, but unless small block Chevy oil changes, 1 pint, eliminate minor blushes, exhaust. And you know what, Ron? My one buddy, Johnny, I don't know if he's watching right now or not. Hi, Johnny. But he swears by that too. He's been doing that for a long time. He puts a little Mr. Oil, I guess, in the oil and in his fuel, a little bit. And he loves that stuff. Oil, who needs oil when we got electric? You're right, Randy. We'll change the channel around. We'll start doing electric Beetles. Let me see here. Darren, hello, Dave. I'm just catching up here. Kids love stickers. Ollie's got several Slade stickers on his mini bike and skateboard. And you know what, Darren, as silly as this sounds, that made me smile. It really did. And I even got a video of him on his mini bike, which was really cool. But I guess kids are like us, you know, we order $1,000 in parts and it comes with a sticker and we're staring at the sticker, you know, like it's Christmas. I tend to watch videos when I'm having the issue. Yeah, and you know what? That's the thing. Some folks will just watch stuff when they need it, and others will just let them run, you know, for entertainment. Well, I don't think I'm very entertaining, but you know. Let me see here. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I don't like to do that. There we go. Okay, when you watch a video, hit the like button on that video also. Keith, very true. I appreciate that. I was talking to another YouTuber, Jason, a while back about something, and he says, I wish people would just hit the like button on the video because that puts it out there so people see it and go, oh, I needed that video. The like button, YouTube takes that pretty serious, so they know whether to refer that video out and recommend it. So yeah, the likes on the videos too. Rebuilding our new fuel pump. I will get it right sometime. Oh, okay. No. If you have one of the old school fuel pumps, rebuild it. Absolutely, I would. There is no doubt in my mind. I love those. Excuse me. And you see, I shared the chat. And thank you, Chris. Oh man, I hope I ain't gonna get hiccups. Don't rebuild it if it's a rebuildable one. You know what? Them old ones, man, I'd like to get a hold of a bunch of those and rebuild them in all sincerity. Yeah, do you remember at Volkswagen Tube? Yeah, because I just thought it was a cool car. It was red with the white stripes, and I even said next on the channel, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a kit car, but just the money is not allotting it, you know, this time around. So when this one's done, I won't be doing a kit car next. I wished I could. 420, how are you? And I don't watch the videos right away. I download them. I watch them at work during the week. Oh, there we go, Joe. Awesome. And I also like the Mercedes kit in Roller Boogie. There was actually, speaking of kit cars, somebody sent me one that was in my area not too long ago, and it was almost like they were giving it away. It might have been a Bradley. I can't remember. And then Heather spotted one that was like that Rolls Royce look, that old one or something. But they actually go for a little bit of money when they're done. Let me see here. And Bob said we sold our house and bought another. And I don't like to say people's personal business. You know what I mean? So that's, Bob, I'm really happy for you guys. I know that's a hard situation to go through with inspectors and closing. And you know the deal, brother. That's a pain in the butt. And Bob, what is up? And let me see here. Looks like I'm going to need a large rear luggage tray in the 67. Ugh. Anyone have any advice replacing it? Don't want to buy more than one over it. Yeah, when it comes to that, Kevin, that's something you definitely want to do in your own, because labor is not cheap on doing luggage racks or paint jobs or stuff like that. I know a friend recently, he got the car pretty much buttoned up and he wanted them to sand, do a little bit of body work and just spray the car. $5,000. I was like, wow. If I had the, paint booth, I mean, I'm doing mine in the garage, but I would have done a little cheaper for me even. But any type of work like that, try to do yourself. That is not cheap. Alita likes painting. I don't mind painting. I don't like the body work part. I do it, but I don't like it. Fuel pump, recommend Pierce their square top rebuild with the Westport kit. Good luck. And there have been a few Bradleys come across Marketplace here recently priced. Yeah, Smoke, the one that somebody sent me here, I think it was like $1,000. And it needed completely done, but it kind of looked like mostly everything was there for except like an engine and tranny. And I run more great shared Slades, said the ragdoll kitty's hair. I've got a kit 3-wheeler trike you could do next, just saying. My buddy had a trike. That was a fun bike. He actually was a machinist. He bought the Springer front end, but the whole frame and everything he built just from scratch. Gotta love a machinist, man. Wow. Good, thanks. Good to see you're doing good also. Doing good, thank you. I appreciate that. I restored and sold a 53 on JT Roadster on a 66 VW pan. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unique. Holy crap. I looked the other day, Mako still had a $500 paint job. I'm sure that's before $1,000 in fees. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not bad-mouthing Mako. The $500 paint job's weird, but there's always that deal with 500 or 1,000, and then you get in the door and it's, well, it's going to cost this much because of that, and here's the fee. So, Schmoke, you're right about that. Remember Earl Scheib back in the day? I don't know if I pronounced it right. I could be wrong, but I thought back in the late 70s, it was like a $99 paint job. And they didn't do very good at like masking off the towelights or anything. So, yourself like to see that done. And at Kevin and Bo said, I've watched too many Rust-Oleum paint job channels to want to go too expensive. Yeah, you know what? There we go. My chat jumped again. I'm doing out on this one, and then the next one I'm going to do the LVLP gun. I want to try that because the last car used an HVLP. So this one's the rattle can with the 2K clear with hardener to show people it can be done, and it's something I wanted to do. But on the next one, I want to do an LVLP gun and shoot base coat clear or what have you. Yeah, the $99. I thought so, Schmoke. I remember that back in the day, all them signs everywhere. You can run a blow-up paint booth, you run a blow, the trailer expands if you have the joints, and Tylenol arthritis, fantastic. A leaf seems okay. Yeah, they do have the blow-up paint booths now. I have seen that, and people seem to like them, in all honesty. Michael did all body work in SB. I think it was real nice, but he said it's not perfect, but it will look good at 50. You know what, Carol? And I said that a couple times when I was doing body work on the 68 here. They're drivers. I'm not going to the Grand Concourse to get scored by everybody, But truthfully, I don't mind doing body work. I just get frustrated sometimes. But now that I've chose some better fillers, like I used, what is it? Oh, it's down house. Evercoat, I think it is, the lightweight body filler. Wow, did that stuff sand really, really nice, in all sincerity. Let me see here. Okay, I remember Scheib back in the 70s. Yeah, I guess they went away. I guess they're no longer around, but they literally, I guess they put a lot of cars out apparently, though. So I don't know if it was a joke or if they really did do a decent job, but I don't know how they afforded to do that. Yeah, Harbor Freight has good spurs, 420. You're right. I sprayed my Harley years back with I did a base coat, clear coat on it, and I used an HVLP gun from Harbor Freight, and I think I paid like $30 for it, and it worked flawless. So you're right. They actually work. I think they got a Black Widow or something that's supposed to be really good. Back, and then I'll shut up about this, but way back in the day, I remember my dad had a Binks number 7 with an agitator, and that was a nice gun. It started inside or something. I can't remember now in case you had metallics. I guess they don't really sell those no more. Ambassador package used to $300, then $600, now $1,000. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I guess Earl had the $99 paint job. They only use their own paint. Oh, I didn't know that, Bob. I didn't know they used their own paint. That I did not know, in all sincerity. And I think that, say like your shirt you're wearing with all the patches on it, any print logo on the back, something you should offer on your page. Actually, Heather made this for me out of random patches that she got online were, old school, and then the checkered flag, and then the Slade thing. I think there's an old original. I won't turn around, then you have to see back of me. Oh, yeah, Volkswagen logo, Route 66. She did a nice job, Wayne. She really did. And on the back, it's a Volkswagen PPG patch from the factory back in the day. My son found it for me, so she put it on there. But thank you. I don't know making these up if people would be interested in them or not. And that's a good quality Dickie shirt, I believe. That's what it is. Nope, it's Wrangler. But it's nice and thick. But I like to offer different stuff, but I never know what the interest will be, if people really want that. Where do you get your work shirts? Basically, lately, I've been wearing just sweatshirts and stuff for the garage because I'm just destroying clothes so quickly, you know. But basically, they're just like Dickies and stuff like that, and Wrangler, you know, is what I do. I like Dickies, though. They seem a little better. Micah Fan Garage has some funny videos about us working on Earl Scheib back in the early. Oh, I didn't know that, Bo. I'll have to check that out. I like Mike, actually. I have to check that out. I just remember the Earl Scheib signs everywhere. There might have been a guy's face on it or something. I can't remember now, but it's been a while. I'm going to send you a video from a channel called Rusted Rides in Canada. They spray high quality paint at 60 PSI. Wow. And my screen jumped. There we go. And Chad's channel, Bad Chad's channel advice results are stunningly so much flatter. I used to watch Bad Chad off and on, to be honest with you. I just like his character. I like who he is, and he does something unique all the time. If you do the prep, they'll lay the paint. Oh, okay. The prep's the crappy part, you know. Jim Lorish, where have you been? Thanks for coming in, brother. And let me see. The $90 paint job did not include drying time on the premises. Wow, that's weird. Never heard that one before. I remember Earl Scheib, right? I'll paint any car for $29.95. Yeah, I guess they're no longer around, obviously. But there was a couple of them near me when I was young. But I remember my dad said something about a Mustang the one time, and they didn't tape off the tail lights. So I don't know if he was joking or what about that. I need help. I'm addicted to VWs. The only cure is to buy another one. Oh, Randy, that will happen. Nice shirt. Thank you, 420. I appreciate that. They didn't mask very well. Yeah, that maybe my dad was onto something with that. He always painted his own cars, but I remember him telling me about that once. I didn't know if it was a joke or not. So you do all your body work and sanding, so it's ready to tape up, wipe down with wax, grease remover, and tag rag it. You bring up wax and grease remover. I just went and bought some as I got to do the dash in it this week, and then of course start on the fenders and the hoods. Wax and grease remover jumped in price. I thought it was like $12 last time I bought a bottle, and it was $20. It was like, damn, every time I turn around, it just keeps adding up. Harbor Freight has LVLP, those really nice paint with minimal work. Oh, okay. Thank you, James. Because I looked online. I didn't catch one at Harbor Freight, but I have a 21-gallon compressor. That's where I snuck into the store and filmed when I bought it. That's a funny video because they screwed up and left the sell sign on the compressor, and Heather filmed me going into the store. I never usually film in stores. And I'm like, well, okay, this manager is going to get filmed because I want the sell price now. And he was really cool about it. And he was cool being on film. That's an older video. It was kind of fun to do. Pretty cool shirt. I want one. I'll tell Heather and see what she can come up with. I know she had to order like all the patches and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I like it. I just don't wear it to work in because she would probably physically hurt me, you know. So you need to keep those videos. And I don't know what you meant, Lita. Keep those videos. I'm sorry, I'm trying to calculate brain processing. Getting older stinks. I'll have to send her a case of coffee soda. Maybe I could talk her into making me one. 81 likes. Nice. We usually don't have that many up quick. There's still 65 people in here. And, oh, no, there's 70. Wow. And they only have minimal colors. I had to repair and paint a few of the vehicles. They painted, had to go by their mention by these colors. Yeah, I didn't know that, Bob. I thought like he told them what color you wanted and they ordered it from the parts store or something. That's interesting. I had no idea. And let me see. Do you have a VW shop? No, I absolutely do not. Do everything right out of my own garage. I worked as a mechanic for ever and ever, but no longer. But I just have my shop here for myself and friends, stuff like that. We're on the roll with those likes. Yeah, we are, Lita. I appreciate you watching that. I do. Ever since I switched over to using the phone, which is better to use, I can't see the likes now. I don't know why that's happening for. Slade, look up LVLPs on Google. They do work well. You do have to paint a little closer and slower with them, though. Oh, yeah, I don't mind James doing that. I wanted to do it to prove that I could use my 20-gallon compressor and show that it works. If I didn't already have stockpiles of paint, the Rust-Oleum rattle can, I probably do it. But I have all my paint. I have my 2K clear with the hardener, you know, in the can. So I'm kind of excited about this paint job. I think it'll bring some attention to folks that, yes, you can do a nice, durable paint job with Rust-Oleum, as long as you do it the right way. The phone call was really hard because we were talking about funeral arrangements for my sister. Oh, God, Elite, I'm sorry. That's not fun, sweetheart. I am very sorry. That's not something that's enjoyable to speak of. I can completely relate to that. Telling the story of his Earl Scheib days. I'm going to have to check out Mike. I never seen it. And Mike's down to earth. He really is. Dream of buying a lift someday and pretend I'm good at this. I'd love to have a lift. Oh, man, but that's not going to happen. They're so expensive. That's a good video. Mike, Lita, sorry for your loss. You'll start a little bit late. Hey, Mike, how are you? And I'm sorry too, Alita. That's hard. I just don't want to keep, you know, talking about and upset you, but I am sorry. That's difficult. It's never easy losing somebody. Restoration, shop wax, and grease remover work great. It can be bought on the Big A. I like when Nate says that, the Big A. I think he said that in chat to me, the Big A. And I got it right away. I'll have to check into that, Nate, because when I bought it at Advance, I think. Did I buy it at Advance? Yeah, I did. And that could be why it was a little bit more expensive, too. Share the stream, everyone. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I really would. And I'd wear one of those shirts. I'm surprised because a couple of videos that I did where I had this on in the beginning and then took it off. I mean, I had another shirt on. A few people said, where can I get that shirt? And I thought they were kidding around, you know, but Heather's like, let me design you like a pretty cool shirt with patches. And then I wear this when I go to car shows and stuff. It's comfy too. Did you ever get your adjustable spring plates? No, Kevin, I want to try something once more. When I did that fender video today, I don't know if you got to see the newest video today. Towards the end, I had said, I got to click one another notch or whatever I said, because the dang thing, I rolled it back and forth again and it resettled again. Now it's a 1/2 inch off on the other side. So while I would like to get the adjustable spring plates, I'm just trying to see if I can get this right first. And then if not, I'll be doing adjustable spring plates because I'm getting tired of messing with it now, to be honest with you. I shared the chat as well. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that, brother. Will work with your 20-gallon compressor. Oh, yeah, James, there's no doubt about that. It will. I'll do a side hustle paint job or something and do it and use one because the rattle cam thing's going to be a lot of fun. You know, I did that door and it come out beautiful in the car. So I'm definitely going to switch to LP next time. Just something different, you know, to try. There's a scissor lift for a while. I prefer to or for post lift personally. I have quick jack. It works good. I always want more lift. Yeah, I wished I could have one, Nate. Lifts are so expensive, and well, you know the deal. Money goes so quick now; it's ridiculous. Adidas, yes, it's even heard when in ICU they kept coming in and asking what Mayo plans were. Yeah, that's not good when they're asking that, Keith. It kind of makes you feel uncomfortable, brother. There's no doubt. Keith keeps me pretty fine-tuned. Not that it's my business, but we're very close on his progress and his hurdles that he has to climb. I don't like hearing that from anybody in my family here. That's tough. I don't realize, you know, when I'll complain about my knee or my shoulder or my back. That's nothing compared to what a lot of you folks go through. Shiny paint causes stress. That's why I've switched to rat rods. I actually had a rat rod years ago when I was young. So that's a long time ago. I kind of like the rat rod look, to be honest with you. I really do. I always wanted to do a chop top and then make it a rat rod. Have you used the all metal filler? I'm wondering if it would hold up better over time. I actually did a video on that, Kevin. There's a surprise. I like the metal filler. Some people say they don't like it. They've had problems. I've never had an issue with it. And I did use, my stuff's all down the house because I don't want my products and chemicals to get cold over the winter in the garage, you know, when I don't have the heat on. I think I bought the Bondo metal filler, and then maybe the Evercoat metal filler. I can't remember, but I have zero. I've never had an issue with it, in all sincerity. Auction off the shirt. I don't think anybody wants my shirt. That's a good thought, Kevin. I appreciate that. Kevin, I've used metal filler. It does work well. It doesn't shrink as much, but does seem to leave more paint holes. But that's what the glaze is for. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a little bit of sanding with it, but I use an orbital, with that, James. And I like it. I really do. And then I use Evercoat or Rage Gold, either one, lightweight body filler. Wow, does that sand nice and quick? I like that. Let me see. Pinholes. Yeah, I knew what you meant, brother. Michael installed adjustable spring plate service and spacer plates under the strut mounts so old folks can get it out easier. And I probably will be stuck doing the spring plates. I have a funny feeling. And good night, Schmoke. Have a great week, brother. And thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. He's always here every week. Great support. I probably will be stuck with doing the spring plates that are adjustable, but I was trying to do one more adjustment and, be done with it. But I don't think it's working out that way, sadly. It's given me a lot of troubles. And Tony said, "Where is the shop, dog?" I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I don't have a shop where I work on a bunch of cars though anymore. I like a shirt. Wait a minute. There we go. I'll take a shirt if you make them. I'm going to have to bring it up to Heather, to be honest with you. I don't know if it would be feasible for anybody, because by the time she buys the thick shirt and then the patches and then her sitting around sewing, I'll have to talk to her about it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to worry about making profit. I just don't want to lose money though. I'm sending Dina my Solex 34 Pro I rebuilt with new brass thermal bushings. He's going to test it for me with the smoke test on the car. It works when I'm thinking to start as a business. Oh, that's cool, Wayne. That's what Johnny and I were just talking about recently. One admin from the Facebook group. And he said, "Are you going to start yet?" I never started yet. And I got the drill press. I got what I need to start, rebushing them and doing stuff. I did find access to a 55-gallon drum full of Solex carburetors. I just got to see what he wants for them. But that's technically why I never started yet, just out of trying to make everything come together and get good starter carburetors, at least to rebush, But I hope that Dino will run it right through and check it out. So that is awesome. Dino's the man. He's a good guy. He truly, truly is. Neil, it said good night to Schmoke. And Eric said, last project was a patina build. Just kept playing with rattle cam paints until it looked right. I agree with no stress part. Yeah, and you know what, Eric, a lot of people will frown, but I know a few guys, Lonnie, what is up there? That have used the Rust-Oleum, or you can use Tractor Supply as trim clad, stuff like that. I think that's what it's called. I think. Same thing. Mouse is jumping around. And when you put 2K clear over it with the catalyst / hardener, it's just a different delivery method, and it will hold up and be beautiful. I mean, I don't think many of us have thousands and thousands just to dump in the paint, Let me see here. Where am I at? Because I talk too much and then I get behind. Yes, metal filler does have more pinholes. It does, and that's when after I sand it, Bob, I use the lightweight body filler. I love that stuff because 800 grit is what you sand the lightweight body filler with, and it just smooths it right out. So, but yeah, the pinholes do exist in those. There's no doubt. I'd start the bid at $10. I can't see anybody bidding on my shirt. Funny part is it's new because Heather's like, "Don't you wear it working on the car?" So I wear it to the store or in the bedroom, standing here looking in the mirror going, "That's a cool shirt." Blair, for an all-around gasket sealant, what would be the best when redoing 16 dual port engine and swing axle transmission? Truthfully, what I do like to use, and this is just a personal opinion because I don't like the thick gooey stuff, I actually like using Permatex aviation sealer. It's a thin sealer, so it don't start squeezing inside the motor or wherever, that's what I prefer to use. Heather said, what shirt? This shirt. They want you to start making these shirts, but they want me to auction off this one. But they want the whole schmeal, I guess, with their name, you know. But I said, besides the shirt and then you sewing and the patches, I don't know what you'd even charge for that. Heather's kind of weird about her sewing. It has to be like a nuclear war could handle the patch coming off. The shop dog is with Heather. Oh, look, it's Heather. The Slade shop shirt. And you know, it's funny. We have the members shirt, t-shirt available in the store. And a lot of the members shirts have sold. I don't know how many members, you know, Slade's members official logo is sold. But ever since this one, the Built Not Bought, I don't know if you can see it on her. I can't see myself right now. Man, people went crazy over the Built Not Bought. The store went nuts with the stickers, the magnets, and these with that logo. And that really made me smile. Let me see. Heather Black Shirty is wearing Everyone Wants One. What time does the chat start at? Lonnie, it starts every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern now. And the reason I did that is I believe it was getting too late for people when I started it later. So that's why we did that, dear. It just, it made it easier. And happy late Halloween. Hey, Slade, how about we're getting some coffee cups? Everybody uses those. Oh, honey, if you go into, I'm sorry, Carol, if you go into the store, Heather could pop it up in the description here, my store. We have coffee mugs and travel mugs, stuff like that. So they're in there. There's big coffee mugs, little coffee mugs. You may have missed it, my friend, but Heather can pop the store up here. Let me see. Where are we at? Hello. I'm sorry, I got behind here. There we go. Okay, Route 66 is just north and east for me. Daughter lives in Springfield on 6. I always wanted to do a Route 66 run. I tell Heather that all the time. I think that would be fun. Especially I got them seats that are more comfortable now. And like visit people along the way. I know that's crazy talk, but do you think those motorcycle lifts would raise front or back of V-dub in one shot? I use a motorcycle lift for the engine, and it just lifts it like it's nothing. But I don't know the weight on them. But I don't know. My buddy used to lift up his full dresser. I don't know what they weigh, but it was pretty heavy Harley, you know, compared to the hog I had. And he never had an issue. But I would check the weight on him, Gary. That I'm not sure of. Let me see. The button up. Yeah, the button up. Yeah. And hey, everyone, Heather, the shirt Slades where I want one and send you a case of coffees. I put the Slades Air Cold Addicts on my blue work shirts before I sent the print to you. And that is cool. I wished I could use that, but I'm not allowed to use the VW logo, Chris, sadly. Volkswagen's very aggressive. If you use the VW logo, they will come to your house and beat your butt. I mean, they don't play. But I love this shirt. I do wear it, Chris. Actually, I wore it at the store the other day, to be honest with you. And he even made me up the rubber for it, the stamper and everything. And I just thought that was so nice of Chris to do. He sent Heather and I shirts. Cheap Man's Lift, yes. And I love it for the motor. Rattle cans used to be $1. Now they're 7 to 10. Oh, yeah, they went up in price. Yeah, rattle cans have definitely went up in price. Hey, Slade, make these chat back to subscribers only from now on. I had to ban 3 people. Are you kidding me? Problem is, using a phone, I can't do that. So I'll figure something out with that, hun. Why do people got to spam? Really? I keep waiting for the picture to fall off the wall again. It ain't coming down now, Kevin. I literally ran screws right through it. That was our article from VW Trends magazine when he did that interview with us and put it in the magazine. So I got it blown up real big. Let me see. JB Weld makes an all-purpose putty. Amazon works great. JB Weld, an all-purpose putty. Now I did. That's interesting. That is interesting, Crawl Customs. I didn't know they did, to be honest with you. And hello in the background. Heather, sorry, Heather, I started a shirt thing. Wayne come in through the saloon doors and started a problem. And Eclipse, how are you? I hope your night is going well. Thank you for stopping in. And that's why I'm always late. Shirt, $1 million with pinky touching corner of the mouth. Let me see. Hey, BCM, what is up, Carl? How are you? And keep all your videos because I watch them all. I'm glad. I appreciate that. The views on the videos is what helps the videos get recommended. Even if you don't need the video, that week for any reason, if you do still watch it for 15 or 20 minutes, the length of the video and let it run, it does help promote the channel. It really, really does. Because when the views get too low, they quit recommending the channel and it starts to fall. So I always ask people, hey, can you at least watch the video, even if you don't need it right now, each week. And Dylan, where have you been? Help my girlfriend with her horses, watching football with her and her family. That's good, brother. I'm really happy for you. I really am, and I do mean that. And there is the Slades store right there where you can get shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, flat screen TVs. Yeah, you can't get TVs. I made that part up, but but there's all kind of stuff on there. I like the quality. That's why I use them. Buzz Chop Top said, if I win the lottery, I would gladly buy you a lift. And I'm sure you would, my friend. Thank you. I haven't had a lift since I was a mechanic. And boy, you don't realize how spoiled you are when you have a lift. There's no doubt. Let me see here. Ramross, a really long time listener, first time caller. That was good. First time caller. Just got from work at the Tina 65 and caught the live for dinner. Well, thank you for being here. That was good coming. First time caller. I almost heard like a DJ voice there. That's awesome. Good night, Keith. I need about processing and the same slate. The same time. Thanks, Keith. I hope you're okay, brother. I really do. Maybe do a phone call here soon, but I know that, you've not been feeling the best, but blessings, my friend. I mean that. Being required to change the clock last night, I feel bad for those people who had my room through scooter. I need 3 hands just to change the clock. I'm so tired of this clock game. Now it gets dark at like noon. I exaggerated that, but what a pain in the butt. I like when it's light out until 8:30, but nope, now it gets dark at 5. See here. What happened? Whoops. Yeah, you know what, Mike? That's cool. And the thing is, Harbor Freight actually doesn't have bad stuff. You got to watch what you buy. That's basically it. I mean, but I ran in there recently. I forget what I needed. I ran in for something real quick. Who knows? But a lot of their Pittsburgh tools, they call them, they're pretty tough, and they're lifetime warranted. Let me see. Use the job while putting on the steering wheel, holding up nicely so far. JB Weld. Yeah, we knew what you meant, Eric. And you know what? I'd given a friend a old steering wheel from the 60s, and now he said he can't use it because of something I forget. But I told him, well, give it me back if you're not going to use it, because I want to do a video on steering wheel restoration. So I will look into the JB Weld putty for that, because I would like to restore a steering wheel, Tune in next week, by the way. I'm going to do a giveaway next live chat. Probably have Heather write down all the names, of everybody in here, and then we'll do a drawing. So I'll probably do a couple. I haven't done one in a while, so we'll do 2 or 3 giveaways next week, just so everybody knows. And Parking Spot, how are you out in Chicago? It's got to be getting a little cold there now, I think. Like Monty Python, I remember their spam production from the 70s. I forgot about Monty Python. Oh, Brian, where have you been? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I do. Don't forget to stop by and see me. It's been a while. It is, and I know you work a lot. I understand that. That just made me smile seeing him stop in. He lives fairly close to me. Thanks, lad. I've learned much from your channel. Appreciate the advice. Could you do a video on electrical wiring in the future? You know, Blair, that's been and welcome in. That's been a big thing people asking me to do. I almost got to the point where I was going to put a new harness in my 68 and I don't even need one, but I've got a 72, I can't remember, a friend that doesn't live too far, and he said, hey, I'll just pay you. I don't care. It needs new wiring all done. So I probably should film that, in all honesty. Wiring's a little bit of a maniacal thing to do. Jorg is here lurking in the background, talking to an high school buddy for the last 2 hours. Well, high school buddy of Jorg, how you doing? You got a good friend you're hanging out with. I hope you know that, which I'm sure he does. Jorg's been around a long time here. I don't want your shirt. Okay. Been busy with my new job, training for welding, and wait a minute. There we go. Training for welding, spending time with helping her take care of her horses, and the horse has been trying to bond with. His name is Mooney. That's cool, Dylan. I'm glad that relationship and everything you're doing is working out for you. I really mean that. I see you come up on Facebook once in a while. I haven't noticed it lately, though. What's for dinner? And you see here, new bid, $15. And good night, all. Good night, Slade. I'm going off here so I start designing my new shirts so I can send the design to Heather. Good night, Wayne. Have a great week, brother. And it's not bad at all. 40s morning, but the worst is yet to come. Oh, yeah, we're about on par with you, Karking. We're in the high 30s, low 40s at night and during the day. Now, today it went to 60. I was actually shocked by that, but we're going to get nailed. It's just a matter of when. We're going to be doing a Christmas party, so that'll be interesting, making everybody stand outside in the cold. No, I'm just kidding. It's in the house. Pittsburgh and Snap-on are made by Harbor Freight. What? I never knew that. Who is yelling outside? Well, as long as they don't come in a garage, they can do what they want. So found out the other day, though, so these rims are bent one way, another. Ordered new rims from CIP1 here in Canada. Oh, that's going to be a little pricey. That is pricey. I'm sorry about that, Lonnie. That's not fun when that happens. My rims on mine are, well, I'm putting the center lines on, so my rims I'm going to throw on the marketplace. I have too many rims around here. Mine are 4-inch in the front narrows, and then in the back are 5.5-inch. They're still in the car actually behind me. Some spicy chicken strips that have me sweating. Ooh, I like spicy chicken strips. I could go for some of them. Oh God, no, we're going to talk about food. Let me keep reading. I was just reading an article on crack steering wheel repair. The rest of them almost looks like easier than I thought it would be. Mike, it's really not hard. In all honesty, you just got to get the right product, but you already know that. It's the sanding and make sure that it's smooth, in there. And then after you spray them, I always like to let them sit 72 hours and heat them a little. I like heating stuff when I paint it. I really don't know why. I would definitely watch that wiring on a 72. I'm needing to figure out on a 73 since there isn't dedicated harnessman knowledge at least. That, though, Eclipse, sadly, won't even be till right after winter's over, well, at least in Pennsylvania. So that's the best I can do because that's when he'll be bringing it here. But I do want to do the wiring harness because I don't have a video like that. So seems like a lot of people need that, but I'm going to break it down into like a 4-part video because I got to do it like a shop teacher, take my time up close, speak very slow, show where each wire goes. Like, I know I can get a little annoying or boring in videos because I move slow, but that's how I learned, is by people taking their time and teaching me and not rushing. I hate that because then I can't comprehend what went on. I hope that made sense. Ram sounds good. Cold adult beverages help the heat. Yeah, they do. I love the engine videos lately. No, I really want to build a stroker. Uh-oh, I know what Brian's doing. Brian is he does something else for his livelihood, which is very respectful what he does. But Brian also does transmissions. So I want him to build me a posse. maybe after winter's over, I'd rather give him the money than somebody else. And I think it'd be fun to burn out with both tires instead of one, although I don't do burnouts. And good night, Carol, Mike. Have a very safe week. Thank you for being here. And do it, Brian. I knew Nate was going to jump on that. Nate likes horsepower, and Nate is good at making horsepower. They're probably yelling because the video was fuzzy. How is the video now? I can't see it. I mean, am I clear? I have almost all the lights out in the garage. This camera, the exposure of something on it is really, really weird. Now, somebody's yelling. I can hear them outside, but I'll deal with it when I go out. Look up Google Images for wiring diagrams. I used to rewire my 72 standard Beetle. And you know what? There's so much online for it. But I think when somebody's showing you in a video, at least that's for me. Like I had to fix our dryer. And thankfully, some guy had a video up of how to change the solenoids in our gas dryer. I loved it. He literally took his time and got really good camera angles and spoke very slow and explained it. And it really, really, it was helpful. It really was. I appreciate stuff like that. Somebody needs to calm down outside. And Slade, are you committing to doing a wiring video? Did I hear that right? Well, Darren, I'm going to have to because you sent me that beautiful wall hanging. Darren sent me, and I don't want to take the camera off of the tripod right now. He had blown up a 6869. Is that vinyl, Darren? It's hanging on a wall. I don't want to run over right now. Huge wiring diagram. I don't even need my glasses to see that, so it shows you how big it is, which was awesome of him to do. I'll never forget that. You understand? Well, it's my first car. I'm restoring it. Doesn't need too much rust repair, but it's definitely going to need pans soon before April showers come. And you know what? When you have a lot less rust, and you already know this, I worked on an Arizona car 2.5 years ago, started 4 years ago, and restored it. I never had one with no rust. I'm in Pennsylvania, so that was like a treat. I was like, wow. Clear here. And what do you mean you don't do burnouts? Come on, man. Well, I don't want to influence, kids and stuff if they're in the background. Noah's looking at him right now going, Daddy, what's wrong with that man? Why don't he do burnouts? He has the cutest kids. Privately, I feel we're family privately. Noah and I get along very good. I said no, I meant Nate. But no, it's cool too. We used to go out and get into some fights and stuff and then go out and get pizza. Lots of fun with him. Fixing bugs and such. And J Bugs has good videos. I like the other videos I do. I just try to move slow is what I do. And that may not be for everybody. You know what I mean? I move slow, take my time, because I just feel that's the best way to, I don't like to use the word teach. I'm not a teacher. To be a dum-dum. How's that? 68, you can do it. And the screen jumped. There we go. Finishing up a new harness on our 71 Super. We bought the harness from J Bugs. And I have to say the instructions coming are pretty good. Factory color coded and everything. I hear a lot of good about J Bugs with that. I do. Wolfsburg West is supposed to also have a really, really good wiring harness and, directions, obviously. Kentucky! Is there a reason you skipping my comment? No, I try not to do that. So I'll scroll back. I don't know how far back. So I said it's tough sometimes. I'm scrolling. You're always in here, Kentucky. I wouldn't ignore you. I'm trying to find. Must have been way back. Wow, I'm scrolling way back and I'm not seeing nothing. But anyhow, I'll talk while I'm looking. I'm not seeing it, Kentucky. I'm still scrolling, and I'm way back. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, Kentucky, because I always scroll back to see if I'm missing anybody's. But please try it again, because I don't never ignore you, brother. But I don't see no comment from you. And I even scrolled back pretty far. I want to watch the harness. I'm going to put it in my Gia. And mice did it in. Oh, yeah. Lovely mice. They're always a lot of fun. Okay, I thought that was vinyl, Darren. I did. Actually, it is a really nice one. That was nice of you to do. I'm 63. It helps if you talk slow. Hey, trust me, I'm only 2 years behind you, brother. Thank you. Look forward to seeing wiring in the future. I've seen a reel that needs wiring of the best in-depth close walkthrough videos I've seen. Thank you, Blair. Like I said, I try to keep it simple, move slow, because I think it's the best way to learn, in all sincerity. Pizza after a ball, all-American classic. Getting close to 100 likes. Oh, nice. Nice. That is awesome. Like I said, I can't see the likes. I see 54 left in here. I put a West harness my 71. I have no complaints. Yeah, Brian, I've heard a lot of good about them with, well, a lot good about them in general. I actually like Wolfsburg West. I really, really do. And let me see here. J-Bug's harness was okay, but their grommets were terrible. Their grommets were probably hard as a rock. Any type of rubber I buy, whether it's for around the windows or the doors or like the grommets, Wolfsburg West or West Coast Metric, real nice soft rubber. I know exactly where you're coming from. I really, really do, believe it or not. Let me see here. Let me see. Trying to not miss anything. Kentucky, did you post again? Because I'm not seeing anything else. And I backed up pretty far and I'm not seeing your comment for some reason. Let me see. Lisa, how are you? And I was definitely surprised being Tennessee car with Slaver. I could tell it's just going to need a rear quarter in both aprons done before I get the paint, which will probably just rattle can it. There you go, Eclipse. And I've done quite a few rattle can videos already if you scroll back on the channel, but this time I'm going to show the 2K clear coming up soon, going on with the catalyst hardener, and you'll be really, really happy. Jerking you around, and I don't know who's Heather talking to. Oh, Heather must be drinking down the house. Oh, there we go. Okay, Kentucky reposted 11 up from the last one way up there. No biggie, just wonder I was saying something I shouldn't on here. No, I scrolled back, Kentucky, and I don't know if it blocked me from seeing it because you're always on here. There's never an issue. I'll try one more time. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not seeing it. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you said there about skipping the comment. I don't skip comments. I always scroll back to double check, but for some reason it's blocking me from seeing it, and I absolutely don't know why. To be honest with you, that I don't know. So you'll have to retype it, my friend. Let me see here. He was Alita, my oldest 25's autistic. It's been a roller coaster. Yeah, it has, Lisa. You've told me some stuff about that. That's not exciting. That is very hard on you, I'm sure, and your family. I'll be sure to give them a look. I can use all the help I can get. Hey, anytime. I hear Rebel makes good harness too. I haven't bought one yet. I hear people talking about Rebel wiring harness. I've never bought one myself, in all sincerity. If I was to buy one, it would be from Wolfsburg West, is who I would buy one from. J-Bug's rubber is stiffer than rubber, but out here in the desert Southwest, the temps get really hot, so it makes much issue. The heat softens them up. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, you can heat up them grommets, you know what I mean? Doesn't show any comments before the last from you, Kentucky. The only thing I think is maybe Kentucky put one word in that it didn't like, and it may have blocked us from seeing it because he's in here every week. Wonderful guy. That could have been picked one word. Gotta love AI crap now, but we won't get into that, will we? I hate it. But let me see here. I'm always confused about the blocks you should use to build a bigger engine. For example, with the D970 block, how big can you go? Yeah, that's a whole thing in itself, Darte. You always want to do the dual. I mean, a lot of people build up the old single ports, in all sincerity. And truthfully, you can build up any block, but going with dual pressure relief, is probably for the best bet. But that's just my view on it, though, For all-around gasket replacement, engine and transmission, it was called Wolf. I missed it. I don't know what you meant, Blair. Woof, I missed it. Woof. L-ring is the gasket kits, the engine gasket kits I use. That all the seals and everything is who I use. Hey, Google, spell correct sometimes. Wolfsburg West. Let me see. Lisa, I looked for a comment but didn't find it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it because I don't ignore nobody. I don't do that. It's not there. I check the comment log. If anyone wants to smash the like button, do it now. Let's see if we can break 100. Well, yeah, where are we at? I don't, I can't see them obviously, but if break 100 likes before it ends, that's pretty cool because I'll be clocking out here in 8 minutes. The last winning horse was a dune buggy. Then I just added a few wires. And you know, wiring is not that bad. That's why it says the video would probably, Rod, what is up, brother? Truthfully, oh, we're at 97 likes. We're almost going to hit 100. Usually it ends up a lot of likes afterwards. I guess people, you know, watch it later on or something when they have time, but they can't see the chat then is what kind of stinks. But wiring's not that bad. I just prefer to teach it very slowly and break it into 2-3 videos. I just think it's for the best, or it could be 4 or 5 videos because that's how weird I get about showing stuff, you know. Then you got to watch, make the videos too long or people get frustrated. But then they'll sit down and watch stupid videos for like 3 hours, but it makes no sense to me. About looking forward to rewiring. Well, I don't think anybody gets excited about it, Lisa, but these wiring harnesses are 50, 60 years old. So in all sincerity, it's probably worth doing. And Bob sees 94. So I can't see anything with that. I'm asked because my engine confuses me. It's a single port Dorley 1200 with Solex 33. And you know, there's nothing wrong with building a single port. Dual relief, somebody did that, you know, with the single port. Single ports have more torque, low end torque, technically. But me, I go kind of, you know, full blown dual port, the whole deal, you know. I see 87 trying to hit it, but it's not sticking for some reason. 97. And I've had my 71 Super sitting on dollies. Would this make the body warp or bend? Depending on how you got it set up. I mean, if your heater channels are solid and the doors are shut, or you have a bar welded in place, no. But if it's just sitting there with like no heater channels on it and no doors or braces, you could run into an issue with that. I have you up on 3 devices here, so it's been sitting on the dollies for about 2 years. Yeah, long as, like I just said above, I won't repeat it again though, but long as you have it secured properly so it don't, you know, kind of kink on you. 2 more to get to 100. I rather rewire much else, but that's just my cozy corner of the spectrum, to be honest. Wait a minute, where'd the thing go? There we go. Honestly, I think new wiring on these old cars with dried out and tired wiring is the best you can do. I really do. And it can prevent scary things going on. And I won't say that on here. I used about 8 main wires and 4 of the available 6 fuse in my fuse panel. Easy peasy. And I agree. I do. Body come off Matilda tomorrow. Then we will interrupt this for deer season. Oh, venison. Rick's dropping off venison. I'll give you a yell tomorrow, Rick, with a tracking number once I get that bumped out to you. But I think he already knows that. Let me see here. The Wolfsburg wiring kit seems easy. It has pretty good detailed instructions. I have one waiting to go when the body back on. Yeah, Wolfsburg West does have nice wiring harnesses. I like them, to be honest with you. And I think Brian, a good friend of mine, just talked about that earlier, that's where he got his. I've actually enjoyed the wiring. I'm no electrician. Knowing everything is new is nice. Yeah, it's a good feeling, Dadu. You know, I mean, honestly, like I said, these are old wiring harnesses. So, and then people go, oh crap, my car caught on fire. So it's nice to, it's actually nice to upgrade certain things for safety, in all honesty. And Eric said, Mr. Oliver, I am new to the hobby and have been looking for a bug to invest in. Where's the best place? Lowest cost sale, Craigslist, B Marketplace. Probably the marketplace, I would say. Just don't overpay for it. If you're on Facebook, which you named the marketplace, join Slades VW community. And once in a while, we'll pop a few in there. I don't promote sales too much on there, but people can at least guide you on there because it's all family members on there, technically speaking, Eric. Let me see. Birthday. Cool. We are at 99 and looking forward to wearing the entire bus and dreading body work. Brian, I don't like body work. I like spraying. I do body work and that's that, but I don't get excited about it. I really don't. And Rod said we hit 101 likes before leaving the chat. Well, before I got to leave the chat, but that is awesome. You folks are great. You really are. It'll recommend the channel to people. It really, really will. And the guys at Whisper Rex are really nice and helpful. Oh, yeah, they are. I think Brian was the name of one of the guys, I think, that I used to deal with there when I'd call. Always very professional. And actually answers the phone and says Wolfburg West. It's not press 1, press 3, press 8, stand on your head, you know. Do you recommend 009 distributor? Or should I keep the stock one? I just got a shockwave pat down system. I recommend stuff like that. A standard 009 will get you by. You may end up with a flat spot around like 1500 RPM, give or take. I've always been able to tweak it out of them, but do what you can afford. A 009 will run fine. You won't have problems. But if you want to start getting optimal performance and things, go with like a shockwave system or CB performance, something like that. Or a factory vacuum advanced distributor is really nice, as odd as that sounds. Whichever we have 90 likes the most I've ever seen. Yeah, there's usually a lot of likes after the video, like, you know, later on, but to get it that quick tonight, I think Sunday nights at 8 are good. I think it's a hit. I think I'm going to try putting the new video up next Monday instead of Sunday. Sunday seemed bad for the videos. I think that people are busy and the hits were really low today. So I think that Sundays might not be the best for the new video, you know, every week. Let me see here. What do I have the 9 links that I've seen? 101, 100, woot, woot. 102, 101. Wow. Actually, that actually did pretty good, in all honesty. So I think the key to all this, 102, I think the key to it, truthfully, is doing it on 8 p.m. Eastern Sunday nights. It seemed to gather more people in quicker, is what I caught. And our kind from the West Tennessee is a bit of a drive. Valley Auto Works for your spring plates. Really good people that takes pride in the work. Valley Auto Works. Why do I know that? Kentucky, where are they at? Valley Auto Works. I know that for some reason. Oh, wait, there used to be a place called Valley Auto Works near my house. It was an old auto parts store. That's where my brain went. But thank you for that. I'll actually look that up because probably going to end up doing it in all sincerity. 102, keep it coming. We're breaking the record. Yes, it is. Eclipse 40 is not fun at the state line. Whoops. Wait, my screen jumped again. Oh, I hate when that happens. Can't find out where I'm at now. Heading off for the night. Have a good one today. Hey, good night, James. Have a great night. I'll be heading out here in a moment. I got to get down the house. And go to the right. I can barely stand on the side. Nashville. Good night, Micro. Anything good to say about the 010 distributors? Oh, there's so many, you know. Good night, Neil. Have a great night, brother. There's so many different distributors. If you join the Facebook community, we can like talk about it back and forth and send links and stuff, Kevin. There's so many cool distributors out there now. We have a lot more at our hands now than we used to. With that being said, I'll be heading out for the night. Early doctor's appointment. Good night, Alita, and have a great day tomorrow. And good luck at your doctor's appointment, dear. I use Busy Bill Dog Cat House and getting ready for deer season. Oh, I could go for some venison, that's for sure. Thanks for everything. It was a big camo. It's a Scat C35 equivalent to an angle 110, I think. Do you, if you can handle that? You might want to up the carb a little bit. to be honest with you. That's just my thought, Barte, in all sincerity. I have a W110, but I don't know the specs on a C35. I'll have to look in all sincerity. They're in Virginia around Gate City. Thank you, Kentucky. I didn't know about them. I honestly did not, but I'll remember the name because we had an auto parts store with that name years ago, but I'll check them. I'd rather deal with somebody like that and get quality parts than one of the big chains and end up, swearing and not being very happy with parts, And Buzz Chop, have a great week. Have a great week, Lonnie. Everybody's running out here, which I'm going to do momentarily. There's still 55 people in here. Father and son team, all they do is VW stuff. Check them out. You got it, Kentucky. And thank you for bringing them up because I did not know about them. And I would rather have quality from what I call mom and pop type place. And I'm sure that made sense. I'm going to say goodnight, but I'm going to stick around to see if you're going to talk about me. We're not. That was funny. Okay, everybody. Scott Solid here. Channels and doors have been closed since. Thank you. Oh, okay. You're fine, Carking, then. No, you're fine. Don't even worry about it. Since you explained that, you're fine. Let me see here. Signing out. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Good night. Okay, folks. Hey, thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. I appreciated everybody joking and having fun because that's what this is all about. It really is. And I hope some things that were said were helpful. Remember to watch each video if you can, please. Even if you don't need it, it helps the algorithm. It really, really does. And we'll see you next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. There will be altogether 2 or 3 videos out over the next 7 days just because of stuff I need to get up from sponsors, tools and different stuff, and then our dashboard sanding and painting and reconditioning. So love you all. Bless you. And we'll see you soon. Let me turn the camera off.